I get it, you didn't have a dead cat, or you were only recording on the internal microphone on your camera. Whatever the case may be, you are now plagued with horrible wind noise in your dialogue that you were recording, and now you've got to fix it. But I'm going to help you, all in Premiere Pro. Not only that, I'm going to show you how to do this using machine learning effects in CrumplePop from Boris FX. But first, let's go outside.
All right, here we go. Just out here in nature on my e-scooter. But the problem is there is a ton of wind, and this wind is getting in the way of pretty much everything right now.
For me, the wind has ruined a ton of footage in the past, and I wish I had known the stuff that I'm about to show you. So let's go ahead and navigate over to the Essential Sound panel. But if it's not here, go to Window and click on Essential Sound. With the layer selected, it will typically detect what kind of audio you're listening to. But let's clear the audio type to see the options. Dialogue, music, sound effects, and ambiance. Let's click on dialogue again. And right here at the top is enhanced speech. This is the artificial intelligence that's built into Premiere Pro. So let's twirl it open and give it a try. Press the button that says enhance. Depending on how long the clip is, it might take a while. Now let's give it a listen.
But the problem is there is a ton of wind, and this wind is getting in the way of pretty much everything right now.
I can still hear a lot of wind, so let's increase the mix amount and see how it does.
But the problem is there is a ton of wind, and this wind is getting in the way of pretty much everything right now.
And because it's a little muffled, let's add some clarity. Let's go twirl open clarity and increase the dynamics to about 6.
Not only is this taking care of the wind, it's also taking care of the sound of the wheels. Not only is this taking care of the wind, it's also taking care of the sound of the wheels against the pavement, which is really great because these things make a lot of noise.
Okay, so we did get rid of the wind, and that's great, but it still sounds just a little bit muffled. So instead of me tweaking all the different parameters within the Essential Sound panel to try to fix that, why don't we try a different approach and use Boris FX CrumplePop?
Go up to the effects and type in CrumplePop WindRemover.
Just drag and drop it on the footage with the audio. So here's the original and with CrumplePop.
Isn't this amazing? So even just by dragging and dropping it onto the video, it sounds way better. Isn't this amazing? So even just by dragging and dropping it onto the video, it sounds way better.
It sounds super crisp without any adjustments. In most cases, this might be good enough. You can clearly hear the voice, and the wind is reduced significantly, but it still retains some natural noises in the environment. Within the effects controls, click on Edit under WindRemover Complete. The default strength setting is at 80%, but let's start it off at 0 so you can hear the difference while we play.
What's amazing about this machine learning technology is the fact that it's not all happening up in the cloud. It's not all happening up in the cloud, it's actually happening all locally.
It's as if we turned off the wind. And this is all audio right out of the camera. No external microphones at all. Let's reverse it.
What's amazing about this machine learning technology is the fact that it's not all happening up in the cloud. It's not all happening up in the cloud. It's actually happening all locally.
That is a massive difference with a really simple dial. And my statement's true. All this artificial intelligence machine learning is happening on your computer locally. It's not being sent up to the cloud and sent back down. So it's safe right here in your room. Not to mention it starts working immediately. There are no wait times within CrumplePop. All right, check out the before and the after.
What's amazing about this machine learning technology is the fact that it's not all happening up in the cloud. It's not all happening up in the cloud. It's actually happening all locally.
Okay, so let's be honest. If we were to overuse this machine learning tool, it could end up sounding, well, robotic. But what's better than one robot? 2 robots. Not only do we want to add the WindRemover Complete effect, but also the crown jewel of CrumplePop, the Voice Enhance Complete, in this order. With WindRemover Complete set at 100% strength, let's also click on the Edit button on Voice Enhance Complete, and increase that strength to 100%. Close that. Now let's listen to what it sounded like right out of the camera.
And I'm out here cruising for a bruising, so I better be careful taking these turns like this. And I'm out here cruising for a bruising, so I better be careful taking these turns like this.
So let's add some of the wind back in by going into the Voice Enhance settings and switching this to 50%. In Voice Enhance, I'm going to increase the decibels by about 3. And the same thing with the strength in the wind remover. That should do it. This will sound much more natural.
And I'm out here cruising for a bruising, so I better be careful taking these turns like this. And I'm out here cruising for a bruising, so I better be careful taking these turns like this.
So just imagine the use cases for this. No more windy interviews, no more windy exclamations of joy as you're doing skydiving, or whatever else you're doing. And you've got to go try this out. Go to borisfx.com and download your free trial of CrumplePop, and you can try Wind Remover and Voice Enhance right now. I'm Zak Ciotti. Thank you for watching and listening.